Hello fellow cooks, and welcome to Dr. Flavor. My name is Marcelino Alberni, and we're going to be talking tonight about something very special in the cooking world, especially So let's look at what's involved at this point. First of all, I want to introduce to you my brother from another mother, Young Cho. It happens to be his birthday today, or actually yesterday, so wish him a happy birthday. Anyway, Young Cho and I have a lot in common because we were both born in other countries. He was born in Korea, and I was born in Cuba, and we both came down to the United States as children. And one of the things that we really enjoy is the fact that we've embraced the American life, and we keep our cultural importance, which is very important, and we've raised our children that way. So let's look at and see what we're going to do. I'm going to show you my pig cooker, and this is a work of art. Unfortunately, it looks a little bit rough because this is about 20 years old. The top was actually made for me by my brother-in-law, Dickie Tranter. He's actually a welder. How about that? So this is where the pig is housed, and I like to cook the pig with indirect heat and lots of smoke. This is the fire pit area. As you see, it's separated, and this actually held approximately 140 pounds of charcoal at one time. As you can see over here, my little Weber smoker is going on, and kicking butt. But we're not doing anything that we're going to cook today in it. My wife absolutely loves what you previously saw, which was the smoky barbecue chicken. So I'm making more. But what we're making today is the product of the roasting of the pig that occurred a couple of days ago. And these are pieces of different parts of the pork, which is ideal because what it does is it allows the fatty to meet with a very lean, and that makes you a very balanced sandwich. And then of course what we're going to do initially is we're going to as I mentioned, the different mixes of the pork gives you a nice balance. Now what we're going to do is we're going to saute the onions, sweet onions, and olive oil, and we're going to caramelize this. We're going to add to this the mojo criollo, the liquid, and then we're incorporating the meat into this. Is it on?
Yeah, it's on.
Okay. All right, folks.
And what do? Record? Or is it going automatic?
Yeah, it's recording.
Okay.
So right now we're caramelizing these onions very nicely. We don't want it too brown, too caramelized. We're just like them soft, maybe a little bit translucent. Young, you like that term, translucent? Huh?
Yes.
Anyway, so at this point what we're going to do is we're going to start putting on some of the good stuff. We're going to use La Lechonera Mojo Criollo. You know that's my favorite. Awesome. Smell that. In addition to that, my favorite, sazon completo.
don't know why it's doing that. It's like almost on a timer.
And now we're going to add the pork. And we're just going to simply toss that around and let it cook a little bit further until it's perfect. You can turn it off. Okay, so let's look a little bit more closely, Young. See this right here? Again, you have a mix of the white meat and the dark meat. You see a little bit of that natural fat in there. You see the onions. You see, you don't see so much of the liquids because they've been absorbed. And at this point, we're going to stop this and we're going to start creating our sandwich. All right, stop.
Okay.
Okay, this is the next part. We're going to put some of this lovely meat onto. Now, unfortunately, this is not Cuban bread. Up here, up north, it's very hard to get Cuban bread. So we have to elaborate. In this case, we're using French bread. So what we're doing is we're piling it up nice and rich. On the bread. Oh my God.
Sure there's enough meat on there, Mars?
There should be enough meat. Should be enough meat. All right, so there we go. So the next part is we're going to put on the bread on top of this. The bread on top of this. We're going to, I already buttered the bottom of the sandwich. So we're going to put butter on the top of the sandwich. Every Cuban bread, you got? Every Cuban sandwich gets butter on top. All right, so we're going to put it on. All right. And here we go. Go ahead and turn it off. Ow, that's hot. All right. You turn it off, right? Okay, let's check this out. Now you notice at this point it's nice and toasted out here. So we're going to take this bad boy out. Unfortunately, with this French bread, it's got way too much bread. But it's coming out good anyway. What can I say? Actually, it's going to come out terrific. So what we're going to do is we're just going to, normally in a Cuban sandwich or a pan con lechon, we cut it diagonally and we eat it that way. But in this case, because we're going to get bite size. All right, off. Okay, so now we're going to taste the product. Young, you can have this, and I know, and I'll tell you one thing. I know that Young likes it a little bit spicy, so he's going to put a little bit of spice on it. Personally, I don't think there is any way you can change the pan con lechon as it is. But That's for your taste, of course. It is gorgeous.
Wow.
The butter on top of the bread, on the griddle, on the press, panini press, gives it a nice crisp crunch. And then the goodness, the juicy goodness from the pork is fantastic.
This is awesome.
So, okay, fellow cooks, I guess this wraps up our demonstration. This is pan con lechon, which is the genuine article, the Cuban sandwich. So, I want you to try this. Go off and experiment on your own. Stir your creative juices. This is Marcelino Bernie, your Dr. Flavor. But before I sign off, I want to ask you to press like, to subscribe, and share this video with people that you know and you enjoy. Okay. Again, Marcelino Bernie signing off. Thank you.